What's up, guys? Playing some rapid chess on chess.com and talking through the thought process as usual. Before we start, though, I have a couple of really big announcements to make. So, first of all, I want to show you this. Let me click over here. This is my bullet rating, 2,700. Now, I have never been 2,700 at anything in chess. This is a first for me. I was sitting at like 26, maybe 30 something for a while. And I kind of wasn't playing because I was afraid that if I played, I was going to lose and go back down. And then the other day, I was just, I don't know, playing a few games and somehow made it up to 2,700. So I think I'm just going to stop and maybe never play a bullet game again because I don't think I can maintain that rating. But I'm pretty excited that we hit it. So anyway, I wanted to show that with you. And actually, the brilliant moves that I'm going to recap, a couple of these came from the bullet games that I was playing to get up to that rating. You can see this one I was 2693. This one I was 2672, but this was against a 2,700 or almost, no, he was over 2,800, I think, the first time I played him. I won a couple times. Anyway, I'm going to show you those in just a second. But first, before we even get into that, I've created a kind of like a newsletter. It's something that goes straight to your inbox. It's like a 2-minute video lesson that you can't find on YouTube. It's just like a separate kind of a thing. It's like a key takeaway to help you guys learn. So let me actually show you what that's going to look like. Okay, so I pulled up this position. If you want to pause, it's white to play. What should you play in this position? All right, if you had a chance to look at that. So the key feature here is that the king is about to castle to relative safety behind the pawns. And if you let that happen, you're not going to have much of an attack. In fact, you won't really have much of an advantage at all. So the move that you need to play in this position is bishop to a3. Because remember, the king cannot cross through a check to castle, right? The king has to move 2 spaces like this, and you can't do it because there's a bishop there. So you stop them from castling. Now you get to attack the king in the center, and black went on to lose this game in a few more moves. And I share the rest of this game, and it's like literally like a 2-minute video in the newsletter. That's what you can expect, something like this. And it's a key takeaway. Like, the takeaway is, if you're trying to attack your opponent in the center, don't let them castle and look for opportunities to prevent them from castling, right? Short little takeaway. Basically, that's what it is. So there's a link in the description if you want to get on that newsletter. It's totally free. Like I said, you can't find those videos anywhere on YouTube, but that's what it is. Okay, so now we said that. Let me close this, and let me close this. Let's actually look at some of these brilliant moves. So here we go. This one, this might have been the game. Was this the game? This might have been the game that put me over to 2,700, or maybe this was the one right before it, actually. Anyway, black has played here. White to play. What's the move? All right, if you had a chance to look at that, it's rook takes e7. We got to sacrifice the rook. So we're trying to attack. We've got the rook's in position, the queen is in position, the knight is in position. Remember, the queen and the knight are one of the best combos in chess. So whenever you have a queen and a knight close to someone's king, you know it's going to be dangerous. The question is, how do you get through? Well, we actually have to clear this square for the queen. That's one thing, but also get rid of some of these annoying pieces. And so I found the first move. And then here, this just looked like such a great move to me that I just played it right away. But that's the wrong move. And actually, it loses my advantage. I think I still won the game, but I totally missed it. So if you want to pause again, what's the actual follow-up here that I should have played? What's up, Rob? How's it going? Hey, Ryan. Mr. Nelson, good to see you guys. All right. The move that I should have played is rook takes e7. This is another brilliant move, eliminating the other piece. And now we have a forced checkmate. Queen to e6. Of course, if the king goes here, you just have a simple checkmate like that. And so if the king goes here, knight f7 check, and queen d6 is checkmate. Okay, there's this pattern. We see it a lot, where the queen, if there's pieces, a knight move away from the queen, it's going to be checkmate. So I actually missed that. Now it was a bullet game, so queen e6 just looked good to me, so I played that right away. But the king actually escapes. This is what happened in the game. He got away, and that's why it's not good for me, because now I'm just down material. I have a rook and a knight against 2 rooks. Now I ended up winning because probably flagged him or something. Is that how I won this game? Yeah, I pushed the pawns, sacked the rook. Remember the principle in chess: 2 connected pawns on the 6th rank will beat a rook. So I was just going to set that up. Attack the rook. Here you go. now I know it's going to be winning for me because the rook's not going to be able to stop these pawns. And so that's what I did. Just pushed them. They tried to check me, and I was winning. I went one on time, but I also was winning on the board too. Okay. The other game, this was against almost 2,800. This guy actually was above 2,800 the first time I played him. And then I think I won like 2 or 3 out of 4 or 5, something like that. I got a bunch of points from beating this player. Black to play. What's the move? What's up, Steve? How's it going? If you subscribe, do you get 42 more elo? Yes, probably. Maybe more. All right. The move is, and we're seeing the same theme, right? Queen, knight. It's a good combo, right? It's a good combo in chess, so don't forget that. We just have to get to the king. So how do we do it? Rook takes g2. He takes me. Queen comes in. And there's 2 places for the king to move. This one, here's checkmate. In the game, they went here. And I got the checkmate fork. It's a fork on the king and the queen, but it's also checkmate. And so I beat this 2,800 rated player. Yeah, pretty proud of that one. And I think there were some other brilliant moves that I didn't record. When I play Bullet, sometimes I'll play like 50 games without even like stopping to think or check if there's brilliant moves. So probably missed some. But anyway, we're at 156. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to move on. Okay. Having said that, and if you're just joining, don't forget, check out the newsletter. Links in the description. It's free. It's like a 2-minute mini lesson right to your inbox. I think you guys are going to really like that. Some really good takeaways in those. Okay. Having said that, here we go. Let's go play some rapid chess. And 2439, I don't believe we ever did get points refunded from the other game that was in question. So I don't know what that means, but anyway, here we go. 2439. I do have my settings set to not play super low rated players, so that shouldn't happen again. So yeah, here we go. E4. Okay, D6. I like to do F4 because if they play D6, there's a very high likelihood they wanted to play knight F6. Okay, E5 is interesting because now essentially we have a king's gambit, which I also like. But the point is, if they would have played knight F6, I could have played E5. And normally you can't do that when you play D4. Because if you play it here, they trade. They end up trading your queen and you have a bad position. In this case, it's different. Anyway, so against this, yeah, we're just going to play like a king's gambit. And king's gambit declined shouldn't cause us too many problems. Whoa, bishop G4. Okay, I'm going to immediately set a little trap here. So bishop C4. Remember, there's a weak spot. We're lining up on the bishop here. So we're already kind of threatening some stuff. Potentially even the legal's mate could be. Okay, so they don't want to mess around. They go ahead and trade right away. But this is good. Now we have this and this lined up. This is really dangerous, right? And so I'm going to just go ahead and develop first. I don't think we need to rush this. We're just going to be, yeah, they want to play D5. So this is where I may consider taking. Now, here's the thing about taking. Obviously, we let the bishop out, but then we stop them from playing D5. Now, that being said, I do have 4 pieces. They actually can't do it right now. So maybe I just keep waiting and play like D3, or do I just castle? There's also B5. We go back B4. We move the knight, then D5. I think if we're castled, though, this is real dangerous. Yeah, I think we just castle here, guys. I'm not really concerned with the check. Remember, when you play the king's gambit, if anything happens on this diagonal, just tuck your king in the corner, and you're going to be just fine. Now, I don't think we can get away with this, but it's worth thinking about. We take, they take back. I don't have a clear follow-up. Yeah, so I don't think we're going to do that. Let's play D3. Let the bishop out. They're going to castle or bring their knight, I'm guessing. Ooh, okay, I was not expecting that one. I was not expecting queen A5. Bishop E3. Or trade first just to go ahead and open this up and then go bishop E3. Yeah, I actually like that. I actually like that. I want to make sure we get this file open. And let's put this here to take control of this diagonal. And black has to make a decision. Where are they going to put the king? Here or here? I'm kind of ready to attack either way, honestly. This way we're ready because of this. But even if they go this way, we can pretty easily throw these pawns forward. And I may actually even play a3, kind of anticipating that. I think exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm anticipating they might try to castle queenside, and then we could immediately go b4, b5 with the tempos hitting these pieces. Also, if I need to ever save my bishop for some reason, we have a nice little square back here. So I think a3 was pretty smart. Now they're going back. Yeah, so I'm going to play b4, I think. Looks pretty good. Just checking if I'm blundering in. I don't think so. Let's do it. They castle this way. I don't know. I might be considering g4. Rook d8. Wow. Okay, obviously we want to check, but b6 traps my bishop, so we can't do that. Yeah, so how do we get to the king? I want to sack, but I don't think we can do it. Maybe we need to play g4 here. It's risky, but it is the king's gambit after all. So here we go. Here we go. Yeah, maybe just h4. Keep going. Because once I chase the knight, this is actually just checkmate, right? It's a really big deal. And my king, yeah, it's a little bit exposed, but they're not in a position to really take advantage of that, right? We could easily bring the rook up and use the rook as a defender if we have to. Queen is usually a pretty good defender, so I'm not super concerned just yet. Now, if this rook somehow, if the queen was like sitting over here and there was a battery, that would be a different story, but they can't get the queen over there easily, right? g5, whoa. What a move. Okay, if we take it, what's happening? If we push, we keep the rook out. That's an option. We still have some pressure here, so that's not like totally crazy. But I think I'd rather do this. Although rook g8 takes. Yeah, is this too risky for me to do this? The other thing I could do is take and not take that right away, save it for later. And maybe just do something along the lines of king g2, rook h1, trade off this rook, and bring this guy into the game. And this is kind of a long-term weakness. You can't really move the knight because of the pressure here. What about rook h4? Hold on. Takes king g2, rook h4, rook h1. That's a bit of a problem. Just notice that. We could start with the king, and then if they take, we go rook h1 and take back. Takes. Yeah, rook h4 is an issue, isn't it? Because even if I take... Oh, wait a second. No, takes... Let's see. Hold on. Check. Sack the queen. Check. Here. Oh, that's not checkmate because the knight takes me, but I could still go check. What would happen? Oh, man. Let's see. Takes. Da-da-da-da-da. King g2, rook h4, takes, check. King moves. Check, let's just say they could even just go back, though. Check, they run. Man, I don't know if I can get away with that, guys. Ugh. Does queen f5 do anything for me? It's too bad I can't get this knight into the game. We could, but it's kind of slow. That's the slow approach, which honestly isn't crazy. Okay. I don't know what to do. I'm struggling here, guys. All right. I am struggling with this one. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it, and Rook H4 is the only thing I'm concerned about. So maybe I just do this. It's kind of passive though. Didn't really want to do that. What if I play King here? What if that? Because then I actually have a big threat. Ooh, that's a good idea, actually. Rook H1, da-da-da-da-da-da. Can't go there, I just take it. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. So I'm going to sack a pawn to gain control of the file and then attack this way. I like it. And you can't move your knight because your rook is hanging, so you got to be real careful if you're black. How do you deal with this? Bishop F8, I'm going there. I'm bringing another rook over. Looks really dangerous. Looks really dangerous. Hopefully I'm not missing something. Of course, if you go here, I think we just take. If you take, I take. This guy hasn't really thought, though, so maybe they didn't see this one. Maybe they didn't see it. Bishop F8, okay. Let's go ahead, put the pressure. We are threatening potentially a bishop c5 in the future if this knight ever moves. That could be something to keep an eye on. Also, this rook can come over. I don't think we were going to sack this. Wow. The check he's going to take. Rook h7, actually, guys. If you take it, I go check. You run. Do I have a mate? Yes, I do. So you can't take me. How do you defend this? I guess you can't. So rook h7, yeah? Okay, gotta go a little faster, but I think we're getting close to victory. How are they going to stop this? Am I missing something? Am I missing anything? The knight can't defend. The queen can't defend. The rook can't defend. You can't defend it. Very nasty move. Okay, so they're going to start sacking stuff. Ah, they want to take here. Okay, but I'll take first. I take first. Now I take this. They're going to take, and then the question is, what am I going to do? Probably bring the other rook over. Knight e5 is a move that I have to watch out for, though. Rook h1, knight e5, I take the queen. So they go check, I move. Then they go knight e5. What do? I need a move. Okay, I'm gonna try to stop knight e5. I think that's a powerful move after queen b6. So let's try to stop it. I'm gonna put my king on g2, I think, to get away from the pin. Oh, but then they take it. Oh no. Oh no. If I could. I may have messed up. Let's see, if I defend this way, there's still going to be knight e5. Oh no, guys. I didn't see this. I didn't see this. Man. I'm going to sack the queen. I'm going to sack the queen and try to keep attacking here. If I can get my rook over, we have a big attack. The question is, am I going to survive? I don't think so. Oh, my rook's hanging. Oh, no. Check, check. Can I run? Can I run or am I mated? Oh, my other rook's hanging too. Oh, my. I didn't even see that one. We're dead. We're dead. I don't know how I messed this up, but I did. We're going to lose. Just going to go here. Oh, man. Yeah, this is over, guys. Not to mention, there's probably some checkmate here, too. Man. So sad. Okay. I'm going to resign. I messed this all up. I think we had a great attack going. Let's see what happened. Ooh, yikes. Ugly game on both sides. They were playing pretty poorly, but I couldn't capitalize. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, H4, Stockfish likes it. Takes. Stockfish would have played knight e2, and how do you respond to this? You put the knight there? And then you sack the bishop? What? Oh. Oh. That's clever. Okay, I didn't think about that. But still, I felt like we had a good position after this, didn't we? Right here. Yeah, right here. Take that. Take that. E5? Oh, E5. So we they can't take you now because they lose their queen and their knight. And if they throw in this check and we move somewhere, now it's a different story because we can pin it, which changes everything. So I had to give up that pawn. That was the key. Give up the pawn so I can pin the knight. And I don't know why I didn't consider that. That's very smart. You give up the pawn and yeah, you're going to win. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I felt like this was a bad move. I just didn't know what to do. Could have played rook d1, but then I was afraid of this. Apparently there's queen h3. Followed by queen h4. Followed by moving your king. And somehow you're fine, even though you're losing a rook. Because your queen... I mean, this is... I wasn't going to see all of this, right? But I should have noticed e5. E5 was findable. Wow, everybody complains about wasting time, but it's a complicated position. There's like you have to find the right ideas. If you don't find it, you can't just like play a random move and hope that it works out. All right. Let's go with D5, Scandinavian here. Japanese fighter 3000. Let's attack it. I hope they play C4. No, that's not C4. All right. Well, we'll take it back. Okay. So I'm not really worried about this, even though, yes, it's going to mess up my pawn structure. I think having the bishop pair is more valuable, and I don't think white's going to be so quick to give that up. Okay, let's go e6. Support the knight, let out the bishop, because we do want to castle over here. We're going to go back. And see, here's the thing. They don't really want to break this pin by playing g4 when they've castled. So this is going to be kind of annoying for white to deal with. At least in theory. Okay. So option number 1, we just bring out the bishop to somewhere safe, like here. Option number 2. Nah, I can't really find anything better than that. I think that's what we should do. Now, they could play g4 knight e5, but I don't know. I think we would stack a pawn here somehow and just go crazy with the attack. And I think we're going to have a really good attack. So, yeah, they're not going to do that. All right, so the question now is which way? So I'm setting up here. Now, this trade is different than this one that we talked about earlier because my king isn't over here. So if they mess up this pawn structure, I'm fine. I just castle. It's not a huge deal. If I mess up this pawn structure in front of the king, that tends to be a bit more valuable. Now, okay, and they're not going to let me do that. All right. Well, now I might just castle this way. There's c4 we have to think through, but I think I just move the queen somewhere. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. c3, okay, trying to support. We do have e5, though, which I think I'm going to play without too much thought. The other way, actually. Oh, the other way is g5, g4. So really, it's a question of, do we want to attack the king side here, or do we want to attack the center here? I actually do like this. Let's see, 95, we just take... Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Because the pawn is on h3, it makes this move much more powerful. Because it's going to guarantee that we can make a trade that's going to bust open the king here. Now, I would like my rook to be on g8. But we might just have to do that later if the opportunity presents itself to just go for this here. Yeah, I mean, on the time situation, like, there is such a thing as overthinking, but some of it has to do more with the types of positions that you end up in rather than like, oh, you're just doing a bad job of time management. Like some positions, yeah, you can just play a quick move and you're going to be fine. Other positions, it's like there's probably only one, maybe sometimes two moves. And if you don't find it, you're just going to be in a losing position. So it kind of depends. Now, in that last game, I may have spent too much time before I decided, but I didn't see the idea right away. So that's the thing. Like if you see the idea, great, play it. If you don't see it, you have to figure out something. So they're going to attack me. Okay, and I'm going to attack them. That's great. Do I go rook g8 first? So I'm thinking this. They move the knight somewhere. I take... No, I have checkmate if they try to take my bishop. Yes. I think we should just do it. Let's go. Hey, Alan. Good afternoon. Good to see you. So here we go. What's the point of a pawn storm, guys? There's two reasons. There's two points. Number one, and the main thing is to open up the file for the rooks to attack. Number two, sometimes you can trade those pawns off and you eliminate some of the defenders in front of the king. So that could be another reason. Okay, so they take me. So we did accomplish that. We opened up the file and we got rid of one of the defending pawns. So that's a pretty successful push. And you will notice I don't have a pawn on a6 like they did. So when they push here, I'm just going to move my knight. And they still have to figure out a way to get rid of that pawn and open up the file. It's not that easy. If I had a pawn here, they would just take, right? And it's, there you go. So that's why I felt like this was the right plan in that situation. And I don't think, yeah, they're going to do the same thing. But like I said, I'm just going to move. And it's not as good for them. Probably just here. Could go to b8 and reroute. I think I'll just put it here. Just trying to keep this blockaded so they can't create any open files. Okay, the knight jumps in. We're probably going to have to trade this. Waddy, hey, thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, let's do this. Let's get some points back here. If we trade and go rook g8, how do they stop checkmate? They can play f3, queen f3, knight f3, something like that. If I go rook g8, I'm just losing a piece. I guess we have to take it, don't we? Okay, I think we have to take it. And I think we're going to go here. Now, I haven't sacked anything yet, so trading queens is definitely a reasonable possibility. If I don't trade the queens, what's the move? Queen takes b5, but I don't know. Then eventually a rook's going to come here. With the queen, that looks really dangerous. Now, maybe I could get away with it. Or do I try to play the end game here? I do feel like my rooks are more active. And so maybe trading queens is not so crazy. The issue is I don't have a lot of options with the queen. If I don't trade, I either have to go here and get forked or take this and then deal with the attack that's going to be coming. I don't like that. I don't like that. I think we have to trade the queen. I think we just trade the queen. We jump our knight into this really nice square. And we say we have more active rooks. Yes, I have a weak pawn, but it's going to be hard for white to take advantage of that anytime soon. Never mind. They don't go for that. I want to go here and then bring the other rook over. That's what I want to do. So if I go there here, knight g5, and I take it, they take me. h6. Alternatively, I could play f6 myself. Where's the knight going to go? And then just jump my knight in. Okay, let's go with my instinct here. This looks good. If we get this doubled up. Now, I don't like knight g5, unfortunately, but I guess we can trade and play h6. They couldn't take because of this. They could attack my rook. I don't know. Oh, the other option is we go rook here. Knight g5 takes. We trade. Okay, I'm not tracking any of these guys' moves. Well, against this, we just double up, right? Yeah, we just double up here. That's an easy one. Okay. Doesn't work. Knight c4. We can't do it just yet. Let's see. f6 would chase the knight away. h5, h4. This is a slow plan. A little bit too slow, in my opinion. Yeah, maybe we just chase the knight. Maybe we just do that. Because I want to use this square for my knight, and I can't because oh, c4. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait a second, guys. Do you see what I'm seeing here? Do you see what I'm seeing? We're creating a double attack. 1, 2. Now they might be able to save it with knight f3. But then we have knight c4, a brilliant move to win the piece back. Yeah, let's go. Queen is overloaded here, guys. And so if you take me, you have to give up the bishop, which also pins the rook, which means I'm threatening this at the same time now. This looks very bad for white. This looks really bad. Ooh, they did not see it. They did not see it. I have to make sure I don't get checkmated. Oh, they could have went here. They could have went in the corner. What is this? I'll take it with the rook. I'll take it with the rook. Should have played king h1, and I would have had to keep thinking. That was just a bad blunder. It's a bad blunder. Okay, okay, there we go. So, much better game that time. They should have played c4. I think I was going to go here. Yeah, see, Stockfish would have gone for this, but I was going to be happy with this position. I was going to be happy with this. Apparently there's f4, and white's going to survive according to Stockfish, but this would have been a lot of fun to play, though. So, I mean, I don't think that was a huge deal. Okay, so they went back. I castled. Yeah, Stockfish recommends g5. g4 is okay. Oh, see, Stockfish would have played rook g7. It's the same idea. It wants to double up rooks. But it deals with any shenanigans with knight f7. I don't have to worry about any of that stuff. Yeah, that's what they should have done, taken this. And then played knight g5. That's what I thought. And if I would have gone for this... Ooh, bishop f4 is winning for white? Okay, this is crazy. This is crazy. Anyway. Yeah, we had this move. We had this move. Whoa! Whoa! That's not the right move? The right move is bishop d6, dealing with checkmate. If they would have played king h1, it's a draw. I have to go for this sacrifice because the... Wait, why can't I just deal with the checkmate threat now? Bishop d6. What? Oh, because they're threatening my rook. Guys, this is crazy. Okay, so you get away from the pin. So now your rook is actually threatening to just take me. And you still have a checkmate threat over here. And I can't deal with both of those threats at the same time. So Stockfish, the solution from Stockfish is sack the queen and take both rooks. So you get 2 rooks for your queen. But now it's probably just a draw. I mean, the game's going to go on, but they're going to be annoying here. And I'm going to come down, and they're going to put me in check. And somehow this is a draw. Don't ask me why. But it's a draw. Some sort of perpetual check shenanigans with the queen, I guess. Wow. That's all they had to do. Just play king h1. They panicked. They just panicked. I mean, that's an obvious checkmate. I don't know if they just thought this was checkmate too or what. I don't know. Whew, okay. I did not realize that all of that was happening there. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's see if we can get a Smith-Morra Gambit here. Will they accept it? No, they played G6. They played G6. I mean, I'll give them one more chance. I'll play knight f3. See if they want to take it now. They don't. Okay. I think I'll give them one more chance. I'll attack the weak spot. Yeah, okay. Now, the thing about this is, this square looks really weak to me. Can we take advantage of that is the question, right? Bishop f4, if I could go there, that would work, but he's not going to let me. D6. We can castle right away. Hey, Connor. Yes, I actually have been enjoying the Smith-Morra a lot more than the Grand Prix. Now, the only drawback I would say is that exactly what happened here. They're just not accepting it, right? They don't have to accept it. That's the downside. Grand Prix, you can pretty much play regardless of what they do, so you can get more consistent the setup. But when it's accepted, I love those games. Smith-Morra Gambit accepted is so much fun. So yeah, I would choose that, especially at lower ratings. Like most people accept it, so you get to play it a lot more. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna castle. When in doubt, castle. Can't go wrong with castling because if they play d5, I'm just taking it and getting the rook here. And I'm still gonna potentially try to get somehow control this square. Okay, let's do it. Put the rook. Ooh, I have an idea. I have a wild and crazy idea. And it goes something like this. Bishop e6. We play knight g5, giving up my bishop for free because we're going to come crashing in with the pieces. Now, something tells me it's too risky. Okay, it doesn't matter. We don't get the chance. That's not entirely true. I could sack this and then sack this. Yeah, that's too much, right? I think that's too much. The reason it's too much is I don't have a clear follow-up. So probably the move here is, ooh, bishop g5. Okay, just save the bishop, Nelson. Just save your bishop. Saving the bishop. They're going to castle, though. Then I could play bishop g5. And f6 is risky at that point. They could also bring out their bishop somewhere. Okay, they do castle. So yeah, let's go ahead and be annoying here. They can defend. f6, I don't think they're going to play. Because why would you want to block your bishop and open up your king, right? That doesn't make sense. They're probably going to go knight c6. I guess I'm going to take this, trying to put the pressure on that while I have the pin happening. They don't want to give up this bishop because strategically that's going to be losing. So I'm anticipating something like knight c6 and rook e8. We take, they take. Oh, well, what do I know? What do I know about anything? Okay, we'll just keep an eye on that. Something tells me this is risky what they're doing. This is really risky, guys. Do I just take here and put the knight on c3 to hit that? Or do I take here to try to jump in? No, we got to get this knight out. I think we take this way. Although, yeah, let's take this way. I really want to get my knight on c3 here. Really want to make that happen. So knight on c3 takes. We would be sacking a pawn. Is that worth it? What's the alternative? Alternative is we take with the pawn, which I might have to do. Don't love opening up my king, but also don't love letting the knight come in. Yeah, let's think through this one a bit. If the knight takes, that's pretty annoying because they're going to get the bishop also. Actually, no, they're not. We take it. Yeah, we take it. We had a thing there. Oh, okay. Isn't that interesting? Uh-huh. So knight b5 is an interesting move because it defends the pawn and also threatens to jump in other places. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, because if we can get rid of this bishop and then swing a rook to d1 before the knight jumps in, we might be in good shape. Also, this is kind of annoying for black. You have to be careful with where this knight's going to jump to, right? For example, if this happens, then the e6 square is loose, and we can do like a dance with the knight like this. Get to e6, we fork everything. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. You guys, if you're just joining, don't forget I made an announcement earlier, but if you didn't see that, I created this new kind of like a newsletter thing where it's like a 2-minute mini lesson sent right to your inbox. There's a link in the description, so go check that out. I was going through like spending a good amount of time on creating those, and it's like I think it's going to be pretty helpful because it's super short. It's like if you have 5 minutes before you have to do something, you can just watch the video real quick, and then you can like start using it in your games. Okay, knight f5. So the first question I have is what happens if I go here and take the pawn? The other question is what if we go here? Then he's going to take, I take here. Takes, there's a fork. But I take this, then the rook. So here, What if we leave it? What if we take this first? Takes, there's still a fork. That's too bad. There's always a fork, huh? Okay. What if we do this instead? You take me, I take your rook. If you save the rook, I take a pawn. Actually, no, I could just go here. Okay, let's do that. They're probably going to sack a rook at some point and then try to attack me. That's what I would do if I was playing as black. Because it looks like they're going to lose a rook anyway, so they're going to have to figure out a way to go on the offensive here. And it's going to be with this. You can see the pressures mounting here. So obviously this is the threat and this is the threat. Oh, what? You got it yesterday? Nice. Good, good. Yeah, give me feedback if you have any ideas on how I can improve it. But okay, what's happening if I just take it? He's going to jump in here, and then I take this, and then what's happening? Looks good. Looks good to me. Oh, I see what's happening. Okay, hold on, hold on. So option one, I just go back and I just say, look, I've got the fork here. Oh no, he stops it. He stops it, actually. We probably do need to trade the queens. Unfortunately, we may not be winning material anymore, which is a little bit annoying. So where's the rook going? Then I'm the one who gets forked. I don't know. Maybe I messed it up. We're just going to be trading a bunch of stuff, it looks like. Probably going to have to play knight here at some point. And then these are going to get traded. I don't know. I may end up with a bishop against a knight. Pawns on both sides of the board. It's not awful. Time situation is not too bad. Need to go a little faster. You're going to move here or here, I think. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. If we get the rook on one of these files, their bishop's going to become much better real soon. They're going to play f5 at some point, right? So I have to make my next move count here, guys. Don't want to let them go there. I think we have to do this. Fortunately, doesn't stop f5. Now we can play b3, I guess. Okay, that's a dangerous move. Let's be careful. Because if they go here and we take with the rook, we lose a rook, right? And then we're getting forked. We have to control that square. b5, I think we just go back to f1. So the knight can't do any shenanigans to us. Okay. If they move like up here somewhere, then the knight is actually pinned. If they move away, then the knight is kind of weak. The bishop's still defending though. Okay, they did move there. Getting that pawn out of danger. Defending the bishop at the same time. They can't go here. Just take it. I'm going to play king f1 probably next or soon. For two reasons. We get off the dark square so the bishop can't do anything. And then the knight also can't put us in check. So it removes those tactical problems. B5, I mean, I think we just go back. We could trade the rooks. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. Okay, now we can't. That can't be a bad move. Can't be a bad move. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. He was trying to checkmate me. Now it's not checkmate, so it's not a big deal. Also, I just stopped the pawn altogether. Okay, it's going to come down to a time scramble, it looks like. I think I will trade these bishops and have bishop against a knight. Bishop against the knight should be good. Try not to get forked, though. That's how we lose. I'm trying to invade here. If I take, go there. That's risky, guys. It's so risky. Let's not do it. I mean, that's honestly a fair result, I think. I don't think anybody really did anything too crazy that game. Yeah, we did have an advantage though at some points. So let's see. D1 check was good. Okay, I should have played bishop g5 right away, and on f6, thrown in the check over here. Okay. Yeah, and Stockfish would have taken with the knight. Because then you stop the annoying pin, which I did think about that. But I just wanted to get this knight out, but I guess Stockfish is saying, no, it's more important that you, like, basically take away all the good options for this bishop. And now what is black going to do? You have to do something awkward, and you just bring out the knight over here, and you're fine. So that was one opportunity missed. Yeah, I played the right move. I played the right move here, so that was good. Yep, and then we just had this pretty equal endgame, and... Oh! Bishop e7! What? It just traps the rook! It's so obvious! If someone would have said, Nelson, there's a tactic here, I would have found it in 2 seconds. Nobody told me. Nobody told me. Ah. Okay, so that was probably our best chance. Even here, we can play rook e7. Why is rook e7 such a good move? Takes. They move their rook somewhere. Because we get the 7th rank. And we get this annoying bishop. So I had a couple chances. Okay, even here, we're winning? Wait, what? This is winning? Take this. And play b4. Why is this winning? Oh, guys, you blockade the pawn. Okay, this is really instructive, actually. When you have a bishop in an endgame like this, if you can blockade the pawns on the same color of the bishop, that's a good thing. Because long term, they're just targets. They're just targets for you. So b4 is saying, look, you can't push it, and now it's just going to be a target for me. You just go bishop c4, and now the knight has to like go here to defend it, and your king can just probably march up. Yeah, you can just do whatever you want. What did I play? I played b4. Oh, even here, though, I'm still winning. Wow. Just take it. Oh, guys, all I have to do is take this and then play h4, and I get a pass pawn. This is easy for my king to stop. This is harder for his king to stop. And at some point, I'm probably going to come up here and win the knight. Is that the idea? That's exactly the idea. You win the knight. You sack your bishop. You win the game. Oh, man. Look at that. You win the game. Get a queen. I actually had a lot of chances to win. I didn't realize from that graph. Tons of chances to win. This one, yeah, this one makes total sense. Make a pass pawn. That's what the endgame's all about. Make a pass pawn. Easy. Super easy. Well, that's too bad. That's too bad. All right, here we go. Here we go. Wait a second. No. Something about this name. I'm not sure what it is, but there's something about that. We're not doing that. I think I had a couple of weird games against that person in the past, so not doing it. All right, here we go. Let's see how they're going to respond. Okay, we're going to play the modern variation. Some of you guys took my Scandinavian course. You will be familiar with this. don't bring out the queen right away. We're going to take back with the knight, or in a lot of cases, we actually don't even take back right away. Sometimes we'll throw out the bishop. Yep, that's what I'm going to do here. Throw out the bishop and attack the queen. And we might lose a move if they play f3. But we create these long-term weaknesses. We also take away this important square from the knight. And these are permanent. These weaknesses are permanent, right? Pawns cannot go backwards. So bishop b5. Okay, I think we just go c6. I'm not sure. I don't see that move too often, but probably just c6 is fine. Okay, let me think about this. Check doesn't win a piece because they have this one. I think we go e6, bishop d6. Usually the plan is put the bishop here, castle, use the open files, you know, something like that. Okay, I think. Yeah, bishop d6, get the king out of here, then this knight is no longer pinned. And even though we're down a pawn, you know, it doesn't really matter. You try to play quickly active pieces. We have 4 pieces developed. White only has 2. Even though we're black, that's the point. c4. Okay, I don't think it changes our plan. Let's castle. Get away from the pin. And I'm starting to wonder if we have a tactic. Now, they might not give me a chance. They might just take this. But if they don't, I wonder if we have... If they took with the knight, I think it would work. Actually, maybe not. Bishop e3 might hold everything together. But if they take with the queen, it also doesn't work because I can't go there. So I need a rook on c8. I need a rook on c8 to open up some possibilities for this. That's one thing. The other thing that I'm noticing is I could play knight h5 and queen h4. Now, the thing is there's a fork, but if we get queen h4, it might not matter. Queen h4, yeah, that would actually... So do I want to... Something about it just doesn't feel like the right move. You know what I mean, guys? Knight h5? Really? Man, I really want to play it. I just don't feel like I should. Because the thing is, if my knight gets stranded over here, I'm going to regret making that decision. Let's just play rook c8. Like, for example, a simple move like queen e1 stops my queen. And now what is my knight even doing there, right? It only really makes sense if I can get queen h4 in. Then we sack, but unfortunately, I don't think we can force that. This guaranteed to be a somewhat useful move. So we'll just do that. Knight b4. Maybe I should have considered knight b4 actually. I don't know exactly what I'm threatening. Maybe a6, bishop goes back. Yeah, I don't exactly know what I'm threatening, but these squares look weak, so that's something to keep an eye on. Well, somehow we have a time advantage. It helps when you play openings you're more familiar with, so it's probably what's going on. Usually Scandinavian surprises people, which I think is one of the big benefits of playing the Scandinavian. It is kind of a surprise weapon. It's not played all the time. It's actually very low percentage. Against e4, E5 and C5 are much more common. C6, much more common. Even the French is more common. I believe the French is more common. I have to check that one to be certain, but... yeah, they are thinking a long time here, guys. Bishop F4 is a move. But I guess we just take it and win a pawn. So they'd have to trade first. But then my rook comes up. So that's probably what they're trying to work out. Like, what should they do in this position? I don't know. I mean, Bishop E3 seems like a pretty normal looking move. I guess I would, yeah. I guess I would consider knight B4 now because of these squares. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Because actually we do have a threat. A6. A6 is one threat. Bishop goes back, we take a pawn. And another threat is to just come in here now and fork these guys. They could play Bishop A4. No, then we just take this. So, okay, so they dealt with the one threat. But did they deal with everything, actually? Hold on. Yeah, first of all, A6. They go back, I take this. Also, this looks pretty nice. The rook moves somewhere. I don't know where our knight's going to go. Yeah, I think we just do A6. I think we just do this. Take the pawn. And we got our pawn back, just like that. And we have a target. This is isolated pawn on D4. So, here we go. Opponent could be cooking potatoes. Maybe. Seems like potatoes might not be as concerning as rice from the way this game is starting anyway. They pretty much have to go back. I mean, are they thinking about... they're probably thinking about A3. But I just take, they take, I take. I still win a pawn. And they have even worse pawn structure. What else could they be thinking about? Oh, C5 maybe? Oh, maybe that's what they're thinking about. C5. For some reason, I don't believe in that move. I don't believe in it. Not sure why. It does save the pawn here. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Okay, if we take, they take. We take, their knight's going to go to b5. It's pretty annoying. If we take, they take, we could plant a bishop or a knight. Take this later, maybe. Or stack it here. Make them take me back. And then take. Or stack it here. Sorry. I think I like that option for some reason. Because now the king is exposed. I mean, I was going to get a pawn either way, but rather than getting this pawn, I'd much rather get the one that's guarding the king, right? Still have this square we can make use of. Unfortunately, we don't have the bishop to attack this because we sacked it, but we have the knights and the queen. A very weird position now, isn't it? These are weak. But white's king's kind of weak. This pawn in the center might be... this is a weak square. And we have a huge time advantage. So let's not forget about that. Okay, he does take the pawn. I'm eyeing this square, guys. Now we could take a free pawn here, but then I don't know. My knight just feels like something about that knight doesn't look right to me. This is a nasty square. I just noticed that. That's a nasty square for the knight. So is d5. So is d5. Okay. Okay, I think I'm going to go here. You probably want to defend the pawn. So one of these, but then you're in line with the bishop. So you might want to think about that. If you attack me and I take and you go, let's just say queen b3. Here you sack. Dun dun dun. Ooh, rook takes c5 at the end of everything is a killer. Look at that. I like that one, guys. Because normally you wouldn't want to give up the knight and the bishop for the rook and the pawn, but if you get 2 pawns for the rook, that's different. Also, this is kind of a key pawn supporting this knight, and then my rook would be ready to potentially swing over here. I think I'm willing to make that trade. Now, if they're smart, they might... Nope, they didn't do it. Okay. Just making sure there's no crazy tricks, but I don't think so. Taking advantage of the pin. And let's see, they have 4 pawns. I have 5 pawns. So yeah, this is actually really interesting. A knight and a bishop against a rook and a pawn. However, their king is kind of weak. Can we take advantage of it? Check. Go here with the knight. Now I'm threatening queen h4. I'm also potentially going to take this. Okay. Takes queen h4. Is that a good plan, guys? I think it's a good plan. Yeah, we can't go there now, but I'm definitely going to keep an eye on it. Let's go here for the moment. They have 49 seconds, but I'm not going to try to flag them. I'm going to try to play the best moves. So if we trade and we take and we take, how do we feel about that endgame? They have 4 pawns. I have 5 pawns. You try to threaten checkmate. I go here. They come down. Check here. I can come over and be happy. Could also just take this and be happy. Get the rook. Yeah, it's great. Let's do it. Okay, I didn't consider the bishop moving, actually. But looks like we're in luck because I have this move. Yeah, lucky me. I can do this. Okay, they don't get checkmated. That's the important thing. So check, I run. We still get an endgame, although this is a little bit better for white. Here, takes. I think I'm okay. I think that's still going to be a winning endgame for us. The reason I think that... Oh, they took this one first. Okay. We just can't go where we get checked, right? That's how we lose. But if we just march up the board with the king and the pawns, that seems pretty good. I think. I will offer a trade here. Actually, no, I can't even take that. What am I saying? I can't take that because then they would get the queen. Okay, h4 now might be just winning for us. They can't take because it's pinned. If they go back, we have check. Is that enough to win? What's the alternative? Ooh, there might be a Zugzwang here. Sort of. We go here, they have to give me this pawn. Then they get this one. I think I'd rather this position, honestly. Oh, I didn't consider that move. They're basically saying if you take this, then they're going to get a queen. Can't do that. And if I take this, they're still going to get a queen. So I basically have to trade these pawns. Okay, we don't want to lose this guy. Check. Check here, here. I mean, I didn't really want to just try to flag them, but if it's a draw, we might have to. I'm going to have to flag them, guys. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, sometimes that's what you have to do. Oh, we could have won without doing that, but maybe not. All right, let's check the brilliant move here. Whoa. Okay. Guess we never had a win. Wow. Interesting. What was the brilliant move? Oh, rook takes b5. Okay, sure. We never had a win. We had a small advantage right here. And then we had a bigger advantage right here. Let's see. What would Stockfish have done? Yeah, there is a win. King g4. What did I play? I brought my King g4. So the reason I didn't do that is I was thinking he's going to come here. But Stockfish says check him first. Then take it. Because then your king gets the perfect position. You're threatening mate. He doesn't want to check you because he loses the other pawn, so they have to do something like this. Now you push, and white is in trouble. Makes so much sense when you see it like that, doesn't it? But I played a move that was a draw. Interesting. Mr. Nelgen, the bird opening? The bird, I don't think have I ever played the bird? I mean, I've played it, but I am not an expert on the bird opening. All right, if we get white, I'll try it. Oh, sorry. Didn't get white. Okay. Let's go with my Gambit. Let's do this. I think I'll take back with the bishop in this case. I've played this person a few times. I don't have a good record against them. See if we can change that. Did I update the brilliant? Yes. Yes, I did. Okay, so they're going to go for maybe this annoying bishop g5 plan. What I have noticed, guys, is... bishop f4, okay. What I've noticed is this seems to be better than on d6 because you get the bonus that this bishop can come out and pin this knight, which is really handy. And like right now, for example, if they go there, I have a pin. If my pawn was on d6, I wouldn't have that pin and I'd be real cramped. That's why I like putting the pawn on d5 instead of d6. Here, I think we just pin this. Okay. Just take it. Okay. Just develop the bishop. Get ready to bring the knight into the game. Knight to d4. If they attack you like this, remember the bishops can always just drop back and it's usually going to be a great defender. Let's go ahead. Yeah, we have a really nice position now. I'm just going to castle probably this way, but I could really castle the other way too. Maybe I will do that. Queen d7 and castle this way. Although then knight d4 becomes a bit more annoying, so maybe not. If they castle, though, I think I will throw these pawns forward. They're not going to do it, so that's fine. We'll just force the issue with this bishop over here. Bishop d3. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try to wait, not show my cards here. See what they're gonna do. First live stream in a while. Second, the request for the bird opening. Thanks, Dan. All right. Thanks, Daniel. Okay. It's gonna be a bird opening next then. Yeah, they don't want to give away where they're castling. I don't want to give away where I'm castling. This is an interesting game, isn't it? I'm going to go here and try to get the bishop pair, maybe. Maybe not right away, but at some point. The reason not right away is because I don't like this rook and bishop hitting my h-pawn. Yeah, maybe we play G6 first. Looks like they're going to castle queenside. Okay, they could sack, but we got queen f7. That would be an awful decision. They're not going to do that. They're probably going to castle queenside. No, kingside. Ooh, okay. If I go this way, though, then there's this hook. There's this hook here. So maybe we just go for something like knight e5. Knight e5 looks pretty solid. If they retreat, I think bishop f5 looks good. If they let me take them, then I have the bishop, which looks good. That would be a big trade. I could just go back, though. Yeah, let's just go back. Keep the threat there. We play c5 next. Hit this knight. Let's do it. Get the knight out of there. Okay, this is a weakness, so let's play b6. Deals with that. All right, let's castle this way finally. I feel like that's a safe place. e4, so they are basically saying you can't take because of the rook. But what I can do is move here. And if they take, I just take back. I think we're fine. I do want to get my king off this light square because there's too many tactics with the bishop landing here. I definitely want to get my king on g7 as soon as I get a chance. But if they take, I will have to recapture immediately. Yeah, I don't think they have a way to take advantage of it, though, right away. But you guys see that, right? If this knight wasn't here, they could just sack their rook. And then bishop c4. Actually, they can't play bishop c4. But it's... Yeah, I guess my knights are actually stopping those tactics. But I have to be real careful. If the knights move, then it could become possible. And so I definitely think king g7 is just a really nice square for my king. It's going to control these dark squares. Gets away from the bishop. Like, that's just a nice square to be on. Yeah, they're trying to set up some shenanigans. I can see that. So if I go ahead and take, what happens? Takes, 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 let's just say. Would get 2 pawns and a rook, but I'm not sure if it's enough. What's the alternative? We go back here with the knight? Also rook f2, or they might just win a piece. That's a sneaky one. Actually, no, they don't win a piece. I have knight g4. No, I don't have knight g4. They do win a piece. Okay. Yeah, I think we need to move the knight. So let's go here. If we trade, I don't like how it opens up the rook, but that's probably going to happen regardless. I could go here first. Yeah, it's okay. Let's trade and go here. Okay, I'm doing okay on time. I think we have an even position. Get the king on g7, get the rook on e8. And I don't have too many weaknesses. I don't. See how white's going to get through. Let's go ahead. Get the file. King G7 probably next. Well, maybe knight f5. Look at that. Knight f5 looks good. That's a weakness. So knight f5 is something. Or knight c4. Same idea. Okay. Okay. Knight f5. Yeah, let's do it. So this is the threat, which is a fork. So they stopped that. Okay. Maybe now's a good time to play King G7. I don't know. I'm going to lose this pawn. I'm going to go here. Yeah, actually, c4 would open up the diagonal to hit the king. Kind of like that. I am threatening potentially rook d8 if I wanted to trade rooks as well, because the knight defends. So c4, rook d8. Queen e6 is another potential move to invade on the second rank. Whoa. What is that? King f2? You just played king f2? Knight here to come in? Tries to stop me. Here, trade, and then try to come in. Wow, I was not expecting that one. The only thing about c4 is it opens up this square, but maybe I should do it. Maybe I should go here first. Trade, then play c4. Okay, come on, dude. Don't fall behind right here. You're doing so great. Let's go. Let's just keep some pieces on the board. It's going to be more dangerous for the king if I keep the rooks on the board. Don't really want to trade queens if I don't have to. So here I have rook e7. I have rook e7. This guy just wants to trade queens, huh? Man. Might have to do it now. If I don't, it's going to be risky. I'm going to reroute the knight here, I think. If they try to go knight d4, I do have this knight which can capture, so that's the good news. Although g4 might be annoying. That I'm looking at it. Yep. Forgot about g4. Oh boy. Okay, we can still go here. That's my threat. If he goes for this pawn, I could actually just take 2 pawns. So, or even, okay. What is happening, guys? Trying not to get forked. Trying to increase the pressure here. Let's defend the pawn, get ready to push the pawn. It's going to be hard for white to stop this pawn. It's going to be really hard to stop this pawn. If you take this, it's gone. If you trade, it's basically gone. Knights are not very good at stopping these pawns. Take this one. Let's go. Yeah. Okay. Good game. Good game. Solid game. 90 accuracy. Feel pretty good about that. I was never in trouble. I was never in trouble. That's great. That's great. Okay. Don't forget, sign up for the newsletter. Links in the description. You get these little tips. 2-minute videos. All right, 2-minute videos with tips that you can apply right away. Go check it out. It's time for Bathroom Gambit. We're 2450. And I am playing the bird. I just remembered. I have to play the bird. Okay. Unless I get black again. All right. Or white. Or white. The bird. F4. Plays D5. All right. Knight of 3. So there's different variations, and I don't really know. I know that you you focus on the E5 square sometimes. So that's what we'll do here. I'll jump in, hit the bishop. Probably go here next. I'm not sure what's happening here. Obviously, I can't push the pawn or I lose my queen. We could try to trap the bishop. It's risky opening up this, but he's not in a position to take advantage of it right away. Although e6 would happen real fast. G4. If you move your knight and I take, I get mated. I really don't think that's the solution here, guys. I really don't think it is. I think a much smarter thing would be to play G3 and Bishop G2 and castle. All right, be right back. Okay, we have e6. I don't think that changes our plan. Let's go bishop g2. a5. I don't know what that's all about, but I think I'm going to castle. Bishop c5 check. I could play d4. Should I stop this? Usually it's a really annoying pawn. Yeah, I probably should stop it. Let's play b3. This is something that some of the top chess engines started doing. I don't know exactly how long ago, but pushing these pawns like really far down and just leaving them sit on, a3 or h6. And it turns out to be pretty good. Okay, so d4 or king h1. King h1, I'm not really worried about the knight. We always have queen e1 to defend. The downside to d4 is we block this really nice bishop. So I'm going to not do that if possible. Okay, I'm going to push by. Now I don't have to worry about any open file here. They're going to go back, and I'm probably going to play c4. Could play queen e1 to get away from this pin, and then play like e3. Could play c4. Could play this and bring the knight around. We could play h3, g4, f5. I mean, how about d3? I like d3. It takes away the knight from coming there. It gives a square for my knight to go to. Do I care about this? That's a pawn. I probably should do something about that. Push by and play c4. Okay, I could do that. Get this pawn chain going here. This is going to be a weird position. Like I said, I'm not familiar with this opening. Okay, if I take, I don't know about if I like this knight coming in here. I guess it's going to come in either way, huh? Okay. I guess it is. If we take with the pawn, knight g4, we have to stop this. So queen, let's just say queen d2 or c1. Bishop g5 is a problem. Yep, it is. May have already messed up. May have already messed this up. Oh, he didn't play it. He didn't play it. I am shocked. I am shocked. Okay, well then. Let's go here. I am a little worried about this pawn, but I think we caught a break there. I think knight g4 was a really good move for black. Because I did not have an easy solution for this, especially with the bishop g5 threats. Okay, well now we're going to trade some stuff. We'll start by taking this guy. They want to sack. Interesting. Check. We go here. Then they're going to come in with the bishop, but we have bishop c1. We have bishop c1. They can try to bring their knight. Takes, knight g4. Yeah, it's interesting. Queen f4, knight here, rook f2. Okay. I don't see it. I don't see it. So I'm going to take the material, be a little greedy, and see if we can hold on here. They go with that first. So I'm thinking bishop c1 is the move. Actually, e4. Hold on. E4, they take me. No, then they had that's no good. Let's see. Yeah, it's got to be bishop c1, right? So we're stopping this. They're probably going to play bishop f6. Or f5, yep. h3 right now. I don't think our position is good. I don't like this position at all. The only thing that I like about it is this pawn right here. This pawn right here is amazing. If we ever get to an endgame, we're going to win because this guy. But I don't know if we're surviving. There's an awful lot of pieces that are going to attack our king, and I have like no defenders. So here, the bishop's going to come in, or maybe the queen is going to attack us, and I have to figure out how to try to defend. Queen e1, or just use the king somehow, and the rook. I mean, not looking great. So bishop f4, they jump in. Queen e1, e5, they take. Rook f3. The knight's going to move and hit it. That's no good. Here, e5, I take, they take, I take, they take. That's okay for me. So maybe we just go here. Take the queen. Bishop d6, I take, they take, I take, they take. That's okay for me. Yeah, bishop f4 has got to be the move, right? Got to be bishop f4. Oh, wait, what? What? They're going to give me two pieces? Takes. You get a pawn, but that's about it, dude. the knight comes over, I think we're gonna win. Oh, bishop g4. I didn't see that. Interesting. That's really interesting. Do I have to sack it back? What's the plan? What's the plan if I be greedy? What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? I'm gonna be greedy. Now I'm up a rook. I am literally up a rook. We get this knight into the defense, we're good. You can't really take because I don't think they can afford to trade more pieces. So here we take it. They have to get their queen over somehow. I'm just going to go like this. Oh, what? What is this, guys? This guy is sacking everything. That's my job. I'm going to bring my knight. If they take, I'm going to trade the rooks. And then take back here. If they take with the queen, if they take with something else. I don't know. Probably just... Yeah, still bring the knight over. We might even be able to play rook a2 and e3. Get the rook defending this way. Obviously, you have to not lose on time, but I'm okay, I think. Bishop d6, bishop g5. Takes, check, I just move, not a big deal. Takes, trade. Takes, check, not a big deal. Didn't see that. Still don't think it's a huge deal, is it? No, there's no threats. Check, I move. There's no threats. We're good. We've got everything covered. Knight's going to f3. King's going to h2, I think. I might even be able to start pushing this pawn because we got the bishop sitting there too. So that's a very real threat, actually. Let's bring the knight over first. And then... Ooh. Didn't see that, guys. I want to go here and sack a piece to survive. Also have to not lose on time. Maybe I should just block with the knight. Ooh, which way, guys? Takes, strat. Yeah, maybe the knight is actually better. I don't actually know if the knight or the bishop's better. I'm going to have to just pick one and hope it's good enough because I don't have time to think about it. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, no. Ah, I don't want to get flagged. Man. Man, guys. No. I just needed like a few more point seconds. Oh, I had 0.4. I thought did I not pre-move this? Why did it take 0.3 seconds? Did you guys not see me pre-move that? I had checkmate. We just needed one move, guys. One move. That's it. What is this chart? Who recommended that opening? I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy. Oh my. All right. Let's get to the interesting part. Right here, yeah, knight g4 is winning, which is what I was expecting. I didn't know what I was going to do. Thankfully, they didn't play it. I played that. Here they played the brilliant sacrifice. Okay, so they did get this amazing attack. They actually are winning. Bishop f4 takes. Bishop c. Okay, bd2, fine. Bishop e1 takes. Knight c. Oh, knight c3? What? Because now you go. Oh, look at that sneaky tactic. That being said, I'm still winning. Rook f3 was so much better for some reason. And trading actually was bad. They should have taken with the king. We have a request for the Caro-Kann. Okay. They come in here. I'm winning. Oh, I could have just taken this bishop. I did not even realize that was a free bishop, guys. Oh, boy. That would have made my life easy. Chose the wrong one. Bishop was better. Queen g6. Now they're just winning. I needed to play king h1. That's so weird. Because then they pin me. Then I pin them and trade the queens. And it's this ending that's apparently a draw. Okay. So I messed up here. They had forced mate. Bishop h3 was the move. There's the checkmate. I can't stop it. I can't stop it because here I get pinned. They missed it. Then they allowed me to trade. Now I'm winning. I pushed. I went behind. Ugh. I had to come this way. Rook f1. And put my bishop on d6 and then check and come around this way. Okay. And then somehow I couldn't win it. I mean, I had 6 seconds, so maybe I'm too hard on myself. But I think I should have been able to win this. Yeah, I totally thought, though, that I pre-moved this. I must have not. Because it should have only used 1/10 of a second, not 2/10 of a second, right? Or is there just some kind of lag? Ah. Okay. Man, guys. All right, so we've got a request for the Caro-Kann. Well, I will give it a shot since that's the only request we have. Oh, never mind. We're white. Can't play the Caro-Kann with white, so e4 it is. e4 it is. And a Smith-Morra Gambit. Come on, take it. See, this is the problem, right? This is the problem. You don't have to take it. But we'll do our best to still generate some interesting play. We'll bring out the bishop here. I've experimented sacking it. It doesn't work as well as with the Ponziani course. It just doesn't. Ponziani, it works great. e6, huh? That's a strange move. I'm very tempted to take this. I think I will. Okay, because they've given me some targets here. I think I will castle. And I'm getting in position to take advantage of this. Okay, so we're going to hit the pawn. We're going to hit the pawn. They're going to play bishop e6 here. And I believe they want to go bishop here. Ooh, is queen h5 a good move? Bishop f6, we have bishop g5. They take it. We take, and we have an awful lot of pressure on that pawn. I kind of like it. Do I have anything better? Anything at all? Let's do it. So we're just piling up. It's kind of a weird position, but I'm basically just piling up on this pawn. 3 attackers, 2 defenders. They could attack my rook, but here we would actually pin it to the queen. I think here. Guess I'd have to move somewhere. G6. Whoa. See, the thing about G6 is it's a very weakening move, right? You've created these weaknesses, so I wonder if we can take advantage of that somehow. Obviously, we have to save the queen first of all. Queen e2, bishop f6, we sack it, and we get another pawn. Queen h6, bishop f6, bishop g5. Okay. I just don't want to let this happen and lose my pawn. That's a surprising move, I think. Surprise, surprise. You can't take me. You take here, I take back. I don't know how good it is for me, but at least it temporarily solves the problem. If they try this one, I guess we take, they take, we go here. Yeah, that's good for us. So they're probably going to take this. If I take with the queen, there's f6. We can't let that happen. So if they take, I have to take with the rook. But then we get to go h4, h5 and try to open things up, maybe, or figure out a way to get the other rook involved or the knight involved. I don't know. Pretty sure they're going to take this once they realize what's going on. Nope, didn't take it. Interesting. So my instinct tells me to play rook e1. Get the last piece into the action, double up. That looks pretty good. But it's always nice to just check the forced moves. So takes, they take, I take. Rook d8, takes, take. Yeah, see, they have all the counterplay, all the pieces are active. I don't like that. I think we do this. I think we definitely do this. Okay, now they take. Now we take. We still have to avoid the fork, right? So we can't take with the queen. Now they go here. Uh-huh. So I could play this fancy move, rook h5. They can't take me because of the queen, but the problem is after queen g7, I have to just trade queens. Then I have to move my rook, and why did I even do that? I think I might go here. Stops them from coming in. Keeps everybody defended. Really puts the pressure on the weak pawn. And we'll take it when I'm ready. When I feel like it's the perfect moment, we'll take it. Until then, I'll be patient. How does that sound, guys? How does that sound? Yeah, maybe now I'll play. Okay. So if we trade and take, and they take and I take, actually get checkmated. If I trade, oh, there's f6. I have to watch out for f6. Ah, man, that's too bad. I might not even be able to take that pawn at all, actually. Yeah, f6 is a big deal, isn't it? Takes f6. I just lose. Well, no, there's this, first of all, but then this is also the threat. Yeah. But if I don't take, I have no solution. Okay. Have to get away from that. Yeah. So, it's not really what I wanted, guys. At least we do have the file. That's something. And they can't get it back unless they're going to give me this pawn. So, knight b5. We're threatening some nasty forks. This one looks pretty good. For example, takes. If the king takes, we could jump in there. If the bishop takes, we don't have any forks if the bishop takes. Rook c8 is a move. I think I would play rook c3. Because I don't want to get checkmated. I also don't want to let the rook land here and eat all my pawns. Okay, they don't go for it. This is a risky move. Because if my knight gets trapped there, I'm in trouble. But it looks like I'm either going to get the bishop or I'm going to get the pawn. And I don't think it's going to get trapped, so I'm going to do it. But if we trade this for this, it's probably just a draw. Of course, I'm going to try to win, but there's not going to be much to work with. Draw is not awful. We lose 2 points. Yeah. Probably have to go for that. They go here, I'm going to go here to not let the rook in. If they go here, the rook can't come in. Okay, so we have a little imbalance in the position. I have a small imbalance. These king and pawn endings are very tricky, actually. Almost always you have to activate your king, so let's try to do that. The interesting dynamic is that if his king can invade here, I'll be in trouble. Okay, he stops that, so... I'm maybe my king can invade. It depends on what black decides to do. Are they going to come over here with their king, or are they going to come this way with their king? If they come this way, I will try to go in. Okay, so they're going to try to stop me. Yeah, it's probably just a draw, honestly, guys. Any tricks we could try? I mean, I don't even know what to do here. I don't even know what to do. If we play a4 and trade the pawns, I don't think that really changes too much. If I got my pawns here against the 3, is there even a pawn breakthrough in that situation? They take, we go here. Let's say they take, I take, they go, I go, they go, I get a queen, they get a queen. Even that's risky. But they don't even have to let me have that. It's pretty much just a draw, I think. Normally the pawn breakthrough, the pawns are here and the pawns are here. This one, it would be further up the board. A4, huh? Let's see. Takes, takes. He's got the outside pass pawn. Here, here, here. Then A4. Same deal. Also, the pawn breakthrough I don't think works in this configuration. Let's see. If I go here, if they take, I push, they take. No, I have to recapture. There's no pawn breakthrough here. The only pawn breakthrough would be if they didn't take and let me capture them. Then I could get a pass pawn and win. But if they just take it, it's just nothing's happening there. So his king can't get in. My king won't be able to get in if he just pushes his pawn up. Like, even if I get my king, let's say, to here or here, just pushes his pawn up and I can't get in. Same thing here. Nobody can get in. It's just a draw. It's just a draw. He's going to let me here, but I still can't get through. A4 now, though? No, his king can come back. Yeah, yeah, it's just a draw, huh? Yeah, I think it's just a draw. I don't see what to do. The only thing we could try? We could try the old get low on time and see if they try to flag you trick and then maybe blunder and you win. That actually works sometimes, but it's risky. It's risky. Should we try it? I don't even know what they would do. Like if they push this and let my king in, then we probably win. If they push this, we win, but they're not going to do that. Are they? How many times have we had this position already? Let's see, king c6. So that was 1. This is 2. Yeah. I'm just going to go back and forth. And like maybe 20, 25 seconds or something. I don't know. They're thinking about it. They're thinking about it, guys. That 20 seconds is tempting. Kind of funny, actually. It's kind of funny. We almost had it. We almost had it. Man, what is this? What is this? There's this one blip in the, there's actually two moments. Let's see. 2 moments when I had a chance. What did I need to play? I needed to take it and then bring the rook over. I brought it over too fast, and after this, it's just... Oh, even here. I just played the wrong... If I would have put the rooks in this configuration, now we have a threat and actually have a slight advantage. But as soon as I allowed this to happen, yeah, and I had to retreat and allow all the trades, it was over. Yeah, I'm really curious. Actually, if they would have played here, yeah, I thought I was winning. I thought I was winning. I was going to play a4. I was going to play a4, and now I'm winning. Because if they take, I'm going to win the pawn, and then I win. And if they push, I'm going to win a pawn. So either way, I'm going to win a pawn. But they kept their king just close enough that if I ever tried to play it, they could have just defended. Yeah. This guy was not dumb. They knew to keep it just in range. All right, we lost 2 points. That's too bad. What am I supposed to play? Caro-Kann? I don't know the Caro-Kann. I don't know it. I know how to beat it. I know how to crush the Caro-Kann. That's what I know. I don't know this. Is this even a move? Is this even a move? Let's castle. We'll say that it is. Let's put a rook on the open file. Let's pin it. And we'll bring the bishop back this way. Never mind. We won't do that after all. I guess we just go h6 here? Is that the move? That's not really dangerous if it's just a bishop. We just move. If it was flipped around and the queen was in front, that'd be a different story, right? But this is relatively harmless. Knight's going to come in somewhere. I better bring my other knight over to defend. Probably put it back here. Knight on f8, never mate. That's right. That is right. The knight on f8, there's no mate. The knight on f1, black has no fun. So this person is higher than us, but it's close enough that if we draw, we don't actually get any points. We have to win to get 8 points. So we're going to put the knight here. Probably put the queen here. Well, now I could put the bishop there, but I might actually trade it instead. It's only because where else is my knight going to go? Yeah, let's trade it. It's just easy for my pieces this way. Queen goes on c7, the rooks go on the file, the knight just sits there and defends the king. And I don't see how white's going to attack us very easily. So here we go, queen c7, probably trade these bishops off. Nope, never mind. We won't do that. Let's see if we can sneak the knight around and cause some problems. Because like I said earlier, I don't really need to defend that. Just move. But if I can get the knight here or something, that could be good. How do you work out the points available if you win? Yeah, so when you start the game, off on the bottom right corner, it lists like who's playing versus who, and it says win, draw, loss, and it gives you, if you win, how many points you gain. If you draw, is it a plus or minus? And then if you lose, you know how many you lose. So I'm just looking down there. I can see that it says draw is 0. Okay. So he wants to go here, which would be very annoying. I don't think we should allow that. Let's stop it. Probably now this rook needs to be here because that looks like a weak pawn that they just created by pushing this. Don't forget, guys, when you're playing a game of chess and somebody moves a pawn forward, it can never go backwards. So there are weaknesses on the board that didn't exist before the pawn moved, usually. Like in this case, this pawn was very strong before, but as soon as the pawn moved, now it's a weakness. They really want to play this. I see that. Takes. Now they can do it. Yeah. They really want to play that. So I'm probably going to have to push to stop them. But then they get a pass pawn. But then I jump in. They take. I take. Opposite color bishops. The alternative is I just ignore it and go here. And then when they push, I have to do something else. No, I don't think we want to let this happen. I do not think we want to let that happen. Let's push. I'm giving him d5, which is something, but with opposite color bishops, it's going to be hard for them to take advantage of that. It's going to be pretty challenging, I think. Okay, so we take... Yeah, so the thing about opposite color bishops is I don't want to let them get this b4 pawn easily, because then you can play c5. We're hoping to see Nelson play the bird opening. You must be late to the stream. We had 2 people super chatted earlier and I played it already. You have to go back and watch that. What is it? What's the deal? Why is everybody like wanting to see the bird? What's going on with that? I'm going to put my rook here and see if I can get the other one. Now, they could take me, but then it would allow me to recapture and get my own pawns fixed and have a nice protected pass pawn of my own. So I don't think they're going to want to take it. But if they don't, like I said, I'm going to go here. So the thing about opposite color bishops, guys, is if you make it to an endgame where queens and rooks are traded, almost always it's going to be a draw, because exactly what you see happening here. I can create this blockade and they can't ever really push through. And then white can do the same thing and I can't ever really push through because the bishops are on opposite colors, right? However, if you are launching an attack on their king, the bishop actually can't defend because it's on the wrong color, which means your attacks with like a bishop and a queen against the king or something are much more powerful, right? Imagine like if I had a knight on f8, it would be controlling where the bishop could go. This bishop can never control that. So when attacking, opposite color bishops can be very dangerous for both sides. Like if I'm attacking them, my attack's going to be more dangerous. They're attacking me, their attack's going to be more dangerous for me. So that's what you have to think about. Now in this position, neither one of us are really set up to attack each other. But for example, if I'm able to play g6, make this leave, bring my rook, throw my pawn forward, all of a sudden now the attack actually could be strong. I don't think white's going to let me do that. I'm just pointing out that, yeah, see, they decided to just go ahead and trade. So I'll take back this way only because the positional support of this pawn is really nice. Honestly, maybe we can try to attack. Maybe we can throw these forward and see what happens, actually. If I get a rook here, g6, f5, e4, d3, maybe there is an attacking possibility. So we'll see. I don't think they're going to sack because of... No, they might sack, actually. They might sack, so I have to keep an eye on that. Also, they're using a lot of time. h4, well, that opens up some possibilities there, doesn't it? Okay. I'm going to go here. I'm actually considering now this idea. If we get the rook in a good position, maybe we could do that. So the queen. Yeah, maybe we will have an opportunity to kind of put the pressure on here. With queen going to g5, we'll have a target there. We'll be hitting the rook. If we can get, for example, e4, sack this maybe. White's pretty much stuck. Okay, let's go ahead. They have to be careful, actually. Bishop f3 allows me to play f5 and then e4. That's dangerous for white. That's real dangerous. But they can't move their queen because the rook is hanging. Ooh. Ooh. I think they might have made a mistake by doing this. Queen d1. So they're going to let me go with f5. Oh yeah, guys, I think that they're throwing this game. Look at this. e4, d3, bishop c5 maybe, or even f4 and hit this. This is awesome. Not to mention the queen is stuck guarding the rook, so they can't even take this. Not to mention this potential sacrifice or this push. Ooh. Yeah, that's an ugly move. That is such an ugly move. Okay, we're gonna win this game if we make the right choice right here. We're gonna win. We are going to win if we can figure this out. That looks really good because if they take, I take with the queen. Now we have super dangerous threats. This also looks really good because again, I take with the queen. This looks good because the pawns are really great and my bishop can sneak around. We could even sack and maybe push. I mean, I think this looks really good. Once we undermine this, the queen and the bishop, you guys are going to actually see what I was talking about. This bishop can't stop us, right? It's very hard to stop an attack with opposite color bishops. And I'm the one attacking. My queen is much more better positioned than white's queen. And this rook is like, what is it even doing over there? May as well not even be on the board. Meanwhile, my rook is like perfectly positioned. Yeah, this is good. This is good. I think we're going to win this game. If I don't do something really silly, we should be winning this game. Do we take or do we push, guys? If I push, I'm threatening to get a queen. If you try to block me, I could play queen here. And white can resign? That's it. That's going to do it, folks. That is going to do it. And resigns. Called it. Called it. Okay. So, was that a Caro-Kann? Did we play the Caro-Kann? Did we really play the Caro-Kann that game and get a 96? Are you kidding me? I played an opening that I never play and got 96. What in the world? That's so funny. I played more theory in an opening that I never play than in other openings that I usually play. What's up with that? I don't know. You guys are just on top of it today with the opening recommendations, I guess. Yep. As soon as they allowed me to play f5 here, they're done. f5, e4, e3. Stockfish even likes d3 a little bit better. Because if they try to take, we just come crashing in with the rook and the queen like this. Yeah, that looks pretty good too. But this one also just wins. Only move according to Stockfish is sack your rook. And obviously this is not going to be good for white. Man. Okay. For everybody who's joined late, there's a link in the description. It's for like a newsletter. It's like a 2-minute video sent straight to your inbox. It's just like a quick tip on something that you can take away and apply to your games. Real short, real simple. If you have 5 minutes, you can do it. It's totally free. Links in the description, so make sure you check that out. And what are we doing for the next game? Odin, yeah. Yeah, it's an interesting point. I actually haven't really played the Caro-Kann, so thanks for... Buttoneer, we had a bird earlier. Go back a little, maybe like, I don't know, like an hour ago in the stream. And we have a bird. Do we have any other requests here before I jump into the game? Anything? I'm not seeing anything, so. What happened to your other account? What other account? I don't know what other account. Okay, I'm not seeing any super chats, so I'm gonna just jump in and play something normal, I guess. Okay. Here we go. E4. All right, let's try it again. Let's try it again. Yeah! Way to go! Always love when my opponents accept the gambit. Okay, let's play bishop c4. e6. Yeah, this is pretty normal. Let's castle. Queen e2 is good. Queen e2. We're going to put the rook on d1. Rook on d1. So this is like the standard setup. It's usually pretty good. They go here. I want to say we're supposed to put the bishop on f4. Why do I feel like e5 is a good move here? I'm pretty sure they were supposed to stop us from doing that. But they didn't. They didn't, so we're going to do it. Yeah, I think they were supposed to play e5 or something. I remember this, right? Because you don't really want to let me come in with the bishop, but now you have to watch out. Your queen's about to get harassed. For example, knight g6 is a move. You unleash the bishop, which hits the queen. The queen has to move. You take a rook, or maybe you take a bishop, whatever you're feeling. Ooh. So what exactly is their plan, guys, against this one? e5? I just take it. All right, let's go. I don't know. Let's go. We hit the queen. Okay, they're gonna just sack this. Interesting. So yeah, obviously we could take the rook. We could take the bishop and then what? Try to go here or something, but doesn't look as good as just taking a rook. So I'll probably just take the rook. So we played a gambit, but we are up the material. We are up material. How about a3, b4? How about rook c1? We're going to do this probably. I like a3, b4. Also like rook c1. Let's play a3. There's a lot of pieces that can go there. You're going to play bishop d7, I think, or b5. b5, okay. You could take it. You could also try to be a little clever with b4. Or just go all the way back. Hide in this square. We could go here. What's the point of that? Well, that's not a bad idea, actually, because then 94 we could create some attacking possibilities. Huh. Bishop d3. Okay. Actually like that. So yeah, how about 94? Bishop b7, 94. If they take, I take. If they go there. Ooh, queen h5 takes check. Checkmate. That's a beautiful move, isn't it? There's just g6 that I'm worried about. g6 is a thing, huh? Wow. I really want to go there. But G6, man. Yeah, G6. I mean, we could go there, but then they just take us. If I play knight G5 immediately and they take, what happens? Check. They move, check, they take us. No, we can't do that. Oh, I could also go here, hit the queen. Then go queen H5. It's too bad I don't have a cool move against G6. Like knight G5 takes check, but it's not checkmate. Okay, I probably should just do this. Probably should just do this and play queen H5. So we're setting up some tactics. They go with G6. Let's go here. I want to get the rook to the C file to be annoying to these pieces. So yeah, we could do it now. My bishop's under attack. Okay, we are up material, so trading queens is not out of the question. However, bishop G5 might be a much more powerful move. Bishop G5, there's F6. No, we just take. Bishop E7, we trade a bunch of stuff. You take me, I take you. Yeah, bishop G5 should be the way to go. And I'm looking at these pawns that have pushed forward, and I'm trying to take advantage of it, right? That's what I'm doing, guys. Okay. Do we just trade a bunch of stuff? Is that the idea? If I jump in, they take me. I take here. Wow, that's getting real fancy. Does that even work? Does that work? Whoa. No, they take with the bishop. No, they take with the bishop. Okay, we can't do that. All right. Yeah, we got to just trade some stuff, I think. This looks like a good move. This looks like a good move. It's a fork. Now, it's not that great because they're going to be able to trade. Or is it? Wait a second. Wait a second. If I just take the bishop, they take here. I go here. And we are going to win. The reason we're going to win is because once this knight moves, I'm taking this and I'm coming in here for checkmate. Of course, I don't want to lose this way. That'd be a sad way to lose the game. So let's play H4 so we can run. Now we're going to take it. Like I said, this is checkmate. Okay, 93. Pretty good. Let's check. I'm pretty sure they messed up the opening. Which is really interesting when you think about it. They played all of the kind of normal moves that you would play in the Sicilian, but they did one thing. They allowed me E5. Let me check the Explorer. Is this played in Master Games? Oh, no. It is played. Okay. So wait a second. Knight F6 is played in Master Games. E5. Yeah, knight h5 apparently is better for them. D takes e5 is a very good win rate for white. Yeah, and even though this is the stockfish line actually, castling, queen a5 is not. e5 is what they're supposed to play. And then I actually can't take the rook because they just take here and my knight's trapped. They're going to get the knight and the bishop. So against e5, I just have to take it. And we just have an equal. Wait, is this equal? No, rook takes d6. Then knight g6. Then bishop g4. What is happening? Bishop takes d6. Bishop takes e2. Bishop takes e2 here. H takes g6. Bishop takes f8. King takes f8. And when the dust settles, we have 5 pawns against 5 pawns, a knight and a bishop against two knights, and a rook against a rook. Wow. Okay. I didn't realize all that was happening, but they messed up. They played queen a5, and we just get some extra material, and we have a great position. I'll show you guys the move that I wanted to play, queen h5. This is really cool. If they would have taken me, you have a checkmate threat. You just have to get the knight out of the way, and you also have to not lose your queen. So you get the knight out of the way with check. Even if they take you, checkmate. It's really beautiful. And if they go here, still checkmate. All right. Last game, guys. Last one. $24.62. If we win this game, we can end on a high note. All right. Here we go. E4. D4 will play the Alpin Gambit. That's really the only thing I know how to play against the French. Whoa. So option 1, I could try to transpose into a Smith-Morra Gambit. Or play D5, which is probably the best move. D5 is definitely going to be the best move, but do I want to do that is the question. We'll play C3. We'll see if they go for this. I do like the Smith-Morra a lot, so I will take a chance that they will. Yeah, they're not going to do it. Okay. All right, we'll play D5. I think it's the best move because we just gain a bunch of space. So, there we go. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this diagonal before they do. I'm going to try to castle quickly so I can put a rook here. So this is my threat. Yep. I don't want to lose this pawn, so I need to think through how we're going to save that. Right now, it's fine. I would play bishop e4. I still think it's fine. Still fine. We could do this. Yeah, so you guys see that, right? If they go there, we have bishop e4, pins it. They're going to lose a piece. So bishop b7, I was going to play c4 against this. Probably just chase it. They're going to go here, right? Yeah, let's go ahead and get that. Let's play c4. Make sure this is nice and solid. Then we could put the bishop there to control that. And then we have both of our bishops lined up on the king. I have to be happy with how the opening phase has gone. I have to be happy with this. Okay, so the bishop's under attack. Option 1, just move it. Option 2, defend it, but then we lose this knight. Probably just move it. Simple and easy. Then the knight can go here. And then we can move the queen somewhere. But right now, black's queen... Okay, they fixed that problem. Yeah, let's go here. Bring the knight. Our position looks real solid, guys. Queen a4. Yeah, queen a4. Queen a4 does a couple things. Number 1, it gets away from the pin. Number 2, it attacks the pawn. Number 3, it puts pressure on the knight. So if this and this ever decide to move or get traded, then all of a sudden there's a hanging piece. So he has to play a really, really ugly move. Rook to a8? You serious? Bishop b6? Rook b1 I like, just getting a file. Do I have any... Like, it almost looks good, but I don't really know what the follow-up is after they just move. What's the follow-up? Do we try to trade and then get the E file? Or do we just get the B file while we can? Let's just get the B file. I'm not sure if this is... It's already on a good square, you know? So I don't know if moving it over there makes sense right now. Position's really good. It's just, how do we break through? Queen c6, try to target this pawn. Oh no, it's defended. Okay, probably need to trade this off. Otherwise, it's gonna take us. Okay. So yeah, I mean, trading and playing rook e1, we have this file, but I don't know. Is that really what we want? That file? I have an idea. I have an idea. Okay. I have an idea. Step 1. Get the hair out of my mouth. Step 2. Let's go here. Invade with the rook. This is defended, so we can just recapture. But this rook now is going to be causing problems. Okay. Probably going to go here because I don't want the queen to invade. You guys see that? I do not want the queen to invade. So let's do that. Now there's no squares for the queen. No, 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 no. Look at that. You can't go anywhere with your queen. I mean here, but that's a bad move. Probably. Doesn't do anything. Actually, I guess you could think about doing that and putting your rook there. Maybe it's... Okay, he doesn't do it. Option 1, go here to defend. Option 2, go here. Is the pawn going to be dangerous enough by itself? I think it would be. I absolutely think it would be. Let's go in there. Yes, it's weak. It's isolated. It's also very far advanced. And I could support it with my rook. I can also support it with my bishop. I can also support it with the knights eventually. Actually, the knights... I have to get the knight to d5. It's possible. We'll slow. But then, I don't know. It just feels like the bishop is out of the picture. The knight's kind of out of the picture. Yeah, they decide to not... If we take, they take with the knight. Do we have any tactics? I gotta get these knights into the game. Let's see. Gotta get the knights into the game. Somehow. This guy is holding on for his life. We just have to bust through. Somehow. Whoa. Yeah, I think we could trade the queen. I think we could trade. What should I trade? Should I trade? Just go back. Maybe just go back. I mean, look at Black's pieces. Starting square, starting square, starting square, starting square. All they have to do is like put the knight there and they have all their pieces on the back. Okay, they go here. Here, knight b6. Do I have to worry about it? I could play bishop a5, but then I can't put my knight there. I'm going to threaten with g5 because then this is undefended. How do we break through? How do we break through? Like this pawn is kind of a weakness. I just don't know how to attack it. If I move my knight to attack it, the queen comes in. I don't think we want that. If I push this to try to stop... Ooh. Ooh, he's going for it. So queen takes check, I take back. I think that's okay. Takes this. Is that okay? Probably. Let's go. I don't want to lose on time. Let's go. Okay. Now my knights are coming in. Now they are definitely coming in. Here next or here? This is super dangerous. This is super dangerous. I don't care about this fork. I don't care at all about that. I'm going to take this or this. Maybe both. Okay, we've got a great position with the... I think we need one more piece over here. I think we need one more little pawn. We're going to checkmate this king. That's what I think. G6 would make a mating net there. A knight e5. I guess we just take this. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Man, we're headed to a draw. We're headed to another draw. I can't believe this. I can't believe this. Either a draw or I'm getting flagged is the other possible outcome here. We can't go there. Okay. It's a draw. Man. Did I even have a win? I must have had a win. I must have had a win. There's no way in the world I didn't have a win. Yeah, look at that. What is this? What's the evaluation right here at this peak? Let's check it. +3. Definitely was winning. Even before that, I just had a nice solid advantage. Like, we just outplayed him the whole game. Black couldn't even move. Stockfish would have gone for queen c7 right here. Then rook b7, and then rook a7 if they try to do that. And if they just sit there and do nothing... Oh, bishop takes f6. Okay, let's say they play some random move like this. Again, bishop f6. Oh, they're kind of in Zugzwang almost. Like, they can't really move. Let's say they play a5, a4. Okay, I mean, so it wasn't super obvious how to get through. And then it was a draw. Yeah, and then I was totally winning here. I thought so. Totally winning. Stockfish says just go with the king immediately. Bring your king over here. Put your rook here. Take a pawn. Bring your king up. Why does it look so easy when Stockfish shows me all the moves, but when I'm playing the game, I can't figure it out? Like, what's up with that, guys? Like, why did I even play a4? Doesn't even do anything. And I tried to use a pawn instead of getting my king up there. Just get your king up there, dude. Also, you get rid of that annoying pawn. I don't know. Yeah, once I did this, it's just a draw. There's nothing happening. All right, guys. That's it. Don't forget, go sign up for the newsletter. Links in the description. You get like a 2-minute video sent to your inbox. It's free. It's like there's a key takeaway. It's going to make you better. Please do that. I think you'll appreciate it. Thank you, guys. And I'll see you next time. We had some good games. I mean, how many draws did I have? Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4 draws? Did I just lose the first game and then we didn't lose a single game? Is that what happened? We lost the first one. Then we had win, draw, win, win, draw, draw, win, win, draw. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, actually. And we got up to 2450. I mean, yeah, I can't complain about that. I can't actually complain about that. Oh, before I go, okay, I'll have to show you guys this. Before I go, look at this. This was the game that put me over, that put me at 2,700, all right? This is the game, check it out. Ponziani. And I, bam, unleashed this line. By the way, Ponziani course is coming in April. It's going to be a part of the brand new Chess Vibes Academy, which you'll hear more about soon. But this course is going to be in there, so just giving you a heads up. But I teach this line, and we uncorked it here. Knight c3. Yeah, he just got all flustered here. Watch the time usage. I'm already up like 10 seconds, and then look at this. That's a lot of time in a bullet game. And then I get to push these pawns forward. I mean, this is just crushing. This was a cool move, I think. Let me see the analysis. Was that a good move? Was f4 a good move here? Yep, f4 was the best move. So that was a nice find. Captured this way. Come in with the queen. Look at this king. This king is in trouble. Bishop takes g5. Bishop takes. Rook comes in. And the resignation. There's mate in a couple moves. That was the game. 2,700. Cool. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. I hope this was helpful. I hope you learned something. Hope you had fun. Have a good rest of your week. Take it easy.